A lot of you really want to see Araquanid. Sun and Moon is one of the few Pokemon games I haven't played, but goddamn, this thing looks cool. For 3 energy, Dangerous Claws will deal 60 damage, unless its target is a basic Pokemon. Then we up that to 120. It's pretty clear. Pokemon that don't evolve, piss Araquanid off. There are some evident downsides to Araquanid though. Its attack requires 3 energy, and for a high-end attacker, 110 HP ain't all that much. Investing 3 energy onto Araquanid to end up having it face off against an evolution, let's just say things won't end up great for Spotter. In a vacuum, there are better options within water for you to invest 3 energy onto, except none of them work with Lana. This is the reason to play Araquanid. Lana is like Cyrus and Sabrina, but better. As long as Araquanid is on the board, you'll be able to drag any Pokemon from the opponent's bench onto the active slot. While there are many potential builds around Araquanid, this is the one that worked out really well for me. Today's deck is a new take on an established classic. We ramp onto our heavy hitters with Menifee and punish our enemies for playing basics. I found Palkia EX to be an excellent teammate for Araquanid because of Lana. Palkia's Dimensional Storm is an incredible attack for a basic to have. 150 damage alongside 20 damage to the bench has always been downright terrifying. This is balanced by the fact that Dimensional Storm will consume 3 energy in the process, severely limiting your ability to fire off more than 1 each game. With Lana, we can force our opponent's EX win condition and one-shot it with Dimensional Storm. We can also use Lana to bring out a basic EX, smack it hard with Dangerous Claws, and leave Palkia in the back for the finish. Due to how expensive Araquanid's attack is, I went with the Menifee approach, for the same reason Gyarados decks do when running Palkia Origin form. With Menifee's ramp, we get to build up Araquanid and another heavy hitter to back it up, for the matchups which our Water Spider can't quite crack. I believe there are more ways to build Araquanid, but so far, this is the one that has performed the best for me. Click on the link in the description down below to head on over to Tactor.com where you'll find all of my decks, and you can share yours. What Pokemon should I build the ground next? To defeat us! Leave a comment down below, and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We post Pokemon Pocket decks here daily. Have a solid day. Enjoy the games. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, here we go. Let's line them all. As we have... Okay, we have an opener. Ladies and gentlemen, we got an opener here. And because I have Leaf in hand anyways, I am just going to develop everything, so that Mars can't take this away from me. Going second as well. This is the perfect opener. Passimian. I wonder if other people are onto the Rayquaza combination. I have no idea if like anybody else actually came up to that conclusion. I built that deck completely isolated, so I've never like seen people play it, but it's not like I've run into Passimian that often. No, they're combining it with Lucario. Rayquaza is the way. We pick up the golden Pokeball. This gives us good luck here. Let's thin the deck out of a basic since we already have all 3. And then we go for the research. Trying to hunt for Araquanid. We find Menifee and the Palkia here. I kind of want to develop another Dew Spider, but for now I'm just going to keep everything in hand. And I'm going to go for the Oceanic Gift here. A Giant Cape, which we run a full set of, can allow us to put ourselves outside of Passimian range, unless Lucario is in the mix. Then things change. 130 HP is just enough for them to survive a hit from Araquanid, so I gotta figure out how to do this. No Lucario yet. There's my boy. We have Leaf in hand, so I'm going to develop another Dewpider. To counter a potential Sabrina, and I'm going to go for it again. Oceanic Gift again, pumping up the Araquanid and the Palkia. And I may very well go for a Palkia EX Dimensional Storm here to one-shot the Passimian. We'll see. No, because they're going to bring in the Arceus, and I want to be able to counter that. So it's going to be Araquanid. Araquanid will 2 a KO the Passimian. As we don't have Cyrus, but we have Lana. And Araquanid is all we need here. I like that giant cape. I'm gonna drop this other Palkia to sponge hits. And I'm gonna claw them. Even with double Lucario, my Araquanid will survive this hit. So they're playing Passimian with Arceus. I thought about that. The problem with Passimian and Arceus is that it just feels worse than Dialga because you need to run a high density of Pokemon. And because you need to run a high density of Pokemon, you're less likely to lead off with Passimian. That was my main issue. What do I have left in the deck? We have Manaphy. Okay, so let's count because this may be a guaranteed Araquanid. We have 2 Manaphys, 2 of these, 1 Araquanid. Yeah, it's a guaranteed Araquanid, so I'm gonna go for it. It's mathematically guaranteed here, so the moment we draw Lana, we'll have the Araquanid in the back. And I may as well place the energy on the Palkia here. What if I pivot? No, I can't let this Palkia take a hit. Like, they already have 1 point on me anyway. So let's place the energy onto you. Let's keep this leaf for later. Let's hold on to the giant cape and let's... Dangerous Claw. This Araquanid is important because now if I top deck Lana, it'll be an easy win. And I have 2 of them in the deck. They pass the energy onto the... Oh. Onto the Lucario. It's Lucario EX. Which makes a lot of sense. So they're running both Arceus... And I actually thought about this concept. The question is, do you have a giant cape? You do not. You're dead. You, sir, are dead. And if I draw Lana, it would have been like, even if they had a giant cape, we would have been able to knock him out anyways. Because this is where Lana becomes extremely powerful. You didn't draw it, though. And they don't let us get the attack through. Classic. Yeah, showcase Araquanid just being a beast. And we go second again. Do we have that Manaphy opening once more? I wouldn't mind. Oh, nice. Nice. As we're into darkness, I always assume Darkrai. Yeah, technically right. As we have a Manaphy going second with Giant Cape and Irida. This is a good combination to preserve... Really make use of Manaphy here. We also have Pokemon Communication to try to dig for Palkia, which would be ideal, as they're combining Weavile with Grafaiai. Okay, they're cooking. They are cooking. We only have 1 Pokemon, but that'll do. I mean, if they Grafaiai into... Like, do I really need to play a Giant Cape here? If they play Grafaiai and they flip 2 heads with Sneasel, they knock out my Manaphy. And that's really annoying, so I'm gonna place the Giant Cape, because if that happens, I actually lose. It's like 3 coin flips in a row in order for that to happen, but it's... I have 2 capes anyways. So I'm gonna do it. There's no Palkia here, unfortunately, but we got a lot of good draws to look forward to. And this Pokemon Communication, the moment we draw into a Pokemon that's not Palkia, we will use it. They evolve into Weavile. And they Iono us, okay. That Irida would have been useful here, but in exchange... we do manage to, like, us placing that cape makes us less vulnerable to, like, a Darkrai Absol. If he is affected by special conditions. Oh, wow, okay, cool. So, Irida would have been nice here. Irida would have bought us some time. But we're gonna hunt for that Palkia like there's no tomorrow. And we don't need to hunt that much for it. Palkia down, energy onto it. And we gift again. With double leaf, our hand's a little bit stuck here. We just send Dewpider in. And because we have no Pokemon to hunt for with Pokemon Communication, we gotta go with this. Like, the question is, do we go with for the Giant Cape here? With the hook, we could put this at range. If they were to poison us, then this Absol kills us anyways, whether we have the Giant Cape or not. So we're just gonna hook him. To lower that Weavile down at range. We can make use of this double leap, but we need them to not have a crazy attack here. Okay, okay, that's rough. That's rough. They're gonna scratchy nails us again. And we do find the Araquanid. That's huge. Now, if they were to draw into... Now we do apply the Giant Cape. It protects us from them top taking a Grafaiai and poisoning us. And we go for the Dangerous Claws here. We can definitely make use of the double leaf here. They scratch us again. Araquanid with the bulk. Soaking it. As we draw into a Pokeball here, what do we pick up? Another Dewpider. This Dewpider could be useful in case we top deck into... Lana. And now, ladies and gentlemen, now we leaf. Preserving the energy on our Araquanid, and we... Dimensional Storm. Here we go. Oh, this Absol is a basic, so even if they heal it, my Dangerous Claws gets rid of it. There's Grafaiai. And there's another Sneasel. They're gonna go for the coating here. They miss. Even if they hit, we survive. And we got the leaf. And Araquanid will seal the deal here. Even if they have healing, our Dangerous Claws will deal 120 damage to Absol because it's a basic Pokemon. And they're done. That was a bit awkward, you know, like the double leaf felt a bit rough at first, but then, you know, you realize how important the card is. This is the thing with Leaf. It feels kind of like a brick in hand at times. But then as the match goes on, you realize just how essential it is. And because both Araquanid and Palkia have a retreat cost of 2, like us being able to pivot them while preserving their energy is fundamental. And we still haven't drawn Lana. Like, well, what the? Where is it? Where the hell is my Lana? Oh, this guy's top 5,000. They got the top 5,000 emblem. And they're playing grass. I mean, we got the opener with Manaphy. Man, these top players like love to play Mars. But if I get turn 1 Sabrina, if I get turn one Mars, man. Nah. Certainly not. I'm worried. Now that I see the Victreebel, okay, no Mars. Okay, I was worried. Because a turn 1 Sabrina can just ruin this opener is the thing. So you have to decide to play around the Sabrina or the Mars. Now that I see Victreebel, Sabrina is way less likely. We have Lana. I repeat, we have Lana. And no matter what, we don't have to apply this cape because these we like, even if they rare candy, they can't attack with that immediately. So I'm gonna go for the Oceanic Gift and build up my Dewpider and my Palkia. Okay, let's see what they're cooking. I've yet to try Victreebel with rare candy, but I guess we're gonna find out just how good that is. They got it. They don't Fragrance Trap, which is interesting. Because they could have used that to disrupt us. Now I am compelled... to put a Giant Cape onto the Dewpider. Because the Fragrance Trap can bring it in and try to kill it. And I don't want to be forced to go for the Pokemon Communication now. Even though the odds are in my favor, I think, because there's one Palkia. There's one Palkia, one Dewpider, and two... It's a 50% chance, so if I can wait a little bit on it, then that'll be for the better. I think we have to bring in Palkia. Get rid of this Victreebel because they're gonna have to build up the other one, and we'll have one turn to try to like pivot out. We do find the Araquanid. And we go for the Dimensional Storm. They drop the second one, and they put the energy on it. We gotta be careful with Victreebel here. I love that leaf. That leaf is phenomenal. There's an Erica to heal that. It's a problem though because they're gonna keep dragging in my... Oh, the Pokemon flew. Oh, they're attacking the Manaphy. Do they have double Pokemon Flute? Because then my Manaphy is a liability. If they have double Pokemon Flute, I could be dead here. I cannot drop this Dewpider either because then they win. I need to hope that they don't have a second Pokemon Flute. Otherwise, I do die to Victreebel. Double Pokemon Flute Victreebel. I mean, that just matches up perfectly against us because of the Manaphy. Ah, man. They got us. I mean, that's just perfect, man. Like, I play Manaphy, bro. Like, how many decks play like a 50 HP? Oh, God. Oh, God, we got cooked. We got cooked by all-in Victreebel. I mean, the stars kind of aligned here. Not gonna lie, they built up two immediately. But damn, son. Damn. It's a bit embarrassing, not gonna lie. I think this is the same player. Okay, you know what? I don't mind me some vengeance. Like, sure, like... They play Rowlet as well. Rowlet and Victreebel. Okay. Alright. Alright. Round 2. Okay, I really want to find that that Dewpider. Good draws there. With Dull Pokeball, I should definitely find it. There we go. So now they're playing, now it's Rowlet. This is less of a problem than Victreebel for us. I wonder, like, do they play both, or do they just, like, switch up the decks, or what's going on here? Because I don't know how both go well together, necessarily. Okay, I see what they're doing here. I see what they're doing here. They're hitting the Dewpider so they can rare candy onto it and then one shot. No, this player knows exactly what they're doing. I'm gonna Irida. I'm gonna counter that setup. And I'm gonna Oceanic Gift again. Nah, you ain't getting away with that. And now, the position we put him in is that if they want to go for the skill dive again, my Araquanid just blows them back. So this is the last turn that this Rowlet can remain a basic. And I'll take it. That Irida. I knew exactly what they were doing. Man, that player is kind of surgical, though. Like, they knew it was over once we did that. That's like that's a bit of a crazy Irida just to heal 10 HP, but they're obviously setting up the Decidueye to go for the pain attack and knock out the Araquanid immediately. And because they weren't able to do that, they just call it quits. Yeah, hey, that's vengeance. Going first. Our opponent's name is Shampoo, and they're playing Psychic. We have a Dewpider lead, but we got that Leaf to pivot into the Manaphy, not lose momentum. And we have a Araquanid in hand as well, which is really important to enable Lana, as it is Giratina, who we hit for 120 damage, by the way. Let's go for a Pokeball first, see what we pick up here. Okay, now I do want to go for the Professor's Research before I play the last Pokeball, because there's still like 2 Pokemon that I need to find. There's the Manaphy. How about the Palkia? How about the Palkia? There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. And I'm gonna drop double Dewpider. Discourage them from playing a Mars, says it accomplishes nothing. Okay, so it's Giratina Gengar. We can't Lana once Gengar's in the front line. But we can while it's still in the back. We go for Leaf. We drop Araquanid. Okay, again, playing around Mars, because Gengar decks tend to like to play Mars, from my experience. And we should be able to set up 2 Oceanic Gifts before this Giratina starts attacking us. Okay, they have Gengar there, but they're still building up the Giratina instead. We bring in Araquanid. And we go for the research. Finding another Araquanid, very nice. Problem is, like, then Sabrina me after and trapping me is the biggest problem. So I have to, like, split my energy here. Do they find healing? Oh, they go all in. They go all in. We set him up. We barely miss on the KO. We can't use Lana, man. Like, we have it, but we can't use it because we're facing off against Gengar. But we also need to not succumb. We need to not succumb to a Sabrina here. If they had any healing, they would have gone for it. I think it's more likely they have Sabrina than healing itself. So I'm going to place the energy on the Palkia in the back. I'm going to hit this Gengar with the Slash, and I'm going to play around Sabrina, basically. Unless they have a Pokemon Center Lady, they don't have, like, if they had healing, they would have applied it last turn to save the Giratina. The combination of Sabrina and Cyrus could still be very lethal here. You would think that having a space for red would be important, but because we have double Lana, we just find the matchups that we want to find. The issue is we ran into a Gengar deck. Oh my god, thank goodness. Okay. Why we couldn't play Lana? Man. Like, what the hell? Next game. Alright, what do we got? A little bit of fighting. As we have Dew Spider. No Leaf, so no immediate pivot here. Into a Passimian, okay. We actually don't one-shot the Passimian, but we can hook into a Dangerous Claw in a pinch to deal with it. This time it's Passimian and Golem. Which is a decent combination. It's kind of like the same as like Machamp and stuff. Like, I've explored that. Now the combination of these two hits does allow us to deal with that immediately. I'm going to... I mean, I kind of need Leaf. So I'm going to go for the Pokeball first. Because I have two Dewpiters. And I want to thin the deck out of basics so I can have a higher chance of finding Leaf. And I find everything. Phenomenal. I'm going to drop the Palkia, the Menifee, and the other Dewpiter as well. And I'm going to place the energy on the Palkia. They can't attack me with the Passimian yet, so I got to make use of this. I have the giant... Not only do I have the Leaf, I have the giant cape onto the Menifee that allows me to survive the Seismic Toss here. Unless they happen to run a Giovanni, which would be brutal. But, yeah, it's fine. They ain't got it. I'm gonna Leaf. Get the hell out of here. Bring in the Menifee. Evolve into Araquanid. Again, I'm giving them information, but I'm also playing around. And no, before I do that, Giant came onto you. And we're ramping. Oh boy, we're ramping, ladies and gentlemen. Giant Cape allows us to tank the hit. Very clutch there. We get another Araquanid here. Now we just need Lana. Lana to seal the deal. And I gotta focus on building up both here. I need one Araquanid for when this one goes down in order to resort to like a Lana for the win. The plan is to knock out the Passimian with the Araquanid. They IO us, which is completely fine. We lose the Irida, we gain a Pokemon Communication, which is, you know, worthless, but we still have two Lanas in the deck. We've only drawn one Professor's Research. And all we need is one. All we need is one, ladies and gentlemen. Araquanid in. Pokeball. Thinning our deck of the other Palkia here. Dangerous Claws. They apply Brock onto that, okay. Double Golem. That one with a giant cape, okay. Let's see who they put the energy on too. Alright. They're all in. They have one of each. They have one of each, ladies and gentlemen. Healing doesn't really matter here because both end up knocking us out. A Sabrina is what could really hurt us here. Like I need, like, I have one turn and then I play another turn. Now I can still build it up this way. And I just need to not succumb to a Sabrina top deck. So I'm gonna place the energy here. And I'm gonna Dangerous Claws. Knock out the Passimian. As they pass energy on to the Golem. But this is where I need Lana. Lana is everything here. Lana allows me to trap the Golem. Lana, we need you. Lana, let's go! Okay, let's be smart about this. Let's be smart about this. Let's drop the Palkia. Brock still wins for them. Like a second Brock can do it. But if they have that, they retreat with this one anyways. If they have that, they retreat with this one anyways. So, we play around the Sabrina. No, we don't play around the Sabrina. Well, Sabrina to slow us down. Yes, we do. Because we're going to lose 4 energy. No, 3 energy. No. 3 energy is fine. With 6 is fine because we discard 3 energy and then we have the ability to attack again. As they leave, exactly. As they leave. Losing all the energy on that, but do you have healing? Do you have healing? You don't. Exactly. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like, key decision here to place the extra energy on the Palkia. Because now with Dimensional Storm, we can knock out that Golem. Beautiful. Clutch decision right there. I was thinking about Leaf and then retreating, and if I can fire back-to-back Dimensional Storms, I can hunt down that Golem in the back because they need the Leaf and healing on top of that. If they have a Brock, we tie. We basically tie because they give the energy to it and then they attack us and we both die and it's a tie. Okay, we showcase Lana. You know, like that's the power of like Lana. We have such a heavy hitter in Palkia, even though it's a one-hit kind of thing. We can drag that key EX Pokemon and get 2 points out of it. It's the ultimate. It's like the Cyrus and Sabrina combined, essentially. And I just really like this Pokemon. I didn't play Sun and Moon, but I think it looks really cool. Oh, don't mind if I do. Against Grass. Okay, we have a Palkia lead. A Palkia lead going second. I'm going to drop the Dewpider as well. As we see Serperior. Palkia going second is actually not that bad because we can just start slashing. Like, we would like to find Manaphy, but if we don't, we just build up the Palkia and then a simple game plan can be to essentially try to get a kill on a regular basic and then utilize the Lana that we have right here to hunt down an EX threat like Celebi, which I assume is what they play, and try to end the game that way. So in order for that game plan to go through, we have all the pieces. We have all the pieces, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna start slashing them. Slash and slash and slash. There's the rare candy onto Serperior. Allowing them to Vine Whip me with this. There's the Manaphy though. So now is when we may change our plans. Bring in the Manaphy after we got that hit in. An Oceanic Gift to build up our Palkia and Araquanid. They go for the Vine Whip, and now we have one hell of an Irida here. Though it's not like the value is that crazy necessarily, because I do like that second Dewpider, so we can always have that Lana enabled potentially. I do think Irida is pretty good here. It does kind of like force the Serperior in, basically. And I'm just going to focus on building up the Palkia as much as possible so I can potentially set up back-to-back Dimensional Storms with it. Place the energy here and here. And keep this Dewpider in, because if my Araquanid goes down, I can still build up another Araquanid and go for the Lana later down the line. But now we can hunt down that Celebi. Ladies and gentlemen, we can hunt down that Celebi with the Lana. Except they placed a cape on it. Except they placed the cape on it. Okay. 1, 2. This is a Manaphy. I still have a Manaphy in the deck, so let's thin that out. And now let's think about things. And things are quite simple, really. I'm gonna Lana this turn. I don't get to kill the Celebi. Unless I just want to knock out the Serperior. No. I'm gonna go for the Araquanid and hit the Celebi. Drop it nice and low. Force it to retaliate. As they just rare candy into another Serperior. That's fine. Like, 2 Serperiors are redundant. That's not a problem. The problem already began early. There's the Erica. There's the Erica. But again, this hit was so damn much. And they need 2 heads here. They need 2 heads here. They don't get it. My boy lives. And my boy kills. And that's checkmate. The Lana play and the massive hit on the Celebi. With the giant cape. Which puts us outside of Solar Beam range. Which is just the icing on the cake. Clean Lana win right there. Araquanid just completely punishing that Celebi. Even it would have been a lot easier if I just was able to one-shot it with Dimensional Storm. But, you know, the cloak made the plot thicken a little bit. But god damn, that attack feels so good. Being able to hit something for 120 just like that. Very nice. Alright. Some water. Well, I got water too. I got Manaphy, Lana with Pokeball and Palkia. So this hand is really promising. The only thing is, I would like to be going second. You know, that's something that Manaphy loves to do. But you can't ask for everything. Like, I'm not gonna be greedy here. Do I go for the Pokeball first? I need to find the Araquanid anyways. And, you know, there's a small chance there's another Manaphy, so I'm gonna, yeah. Very nice. Because now I thin my deck out of a basic Pokemon, which enhances my chances of finding stuff like Leaf and... Araquanid. We really want to see Araquanid. Jigglypuff, Bidoof. I assume this is Wigglytuff, Bibarel. Wigglytuff, Bibarel may be tricky. Wigglytuff will be able to knock us out anyways. I'm going to go double Dewpider here. I'm going to apply an energy onto you, and I'm going to go for the Oceanic Gift. Targeting Palkia and Dewpider here. And I'm going to hope they don't have Wigglytuff on curve. Wigglytuff on curve could be annoying. Okay, they don't. They're just going to ramp instead. That's good for us because that allows us to build up energy. There's the Bibarel. There's a threat. There's the massive threat. Okay. We have Araquanid. We did it. Mama, we did it. Well, we're going to do the same. Build up energy. On to our Araquanid and Palkia. And keep on ramping. Keep on ramping. Build up as much energy onto Palkia as we possibly can. Because the moment we do that... Though, to be fair, if they don't evolve into Wigglytuff here, I will just snipe it. I will just start sniping it. Because my Araquanid can survive a hit from this. I don't need to be greedy. Like, being able to deny one of the Wigglytuffs here is really important. So, I'm going to go for it. Because double Wigglytuff is terrifying. As if one is not, like, problematic enough. So, I'm going to go for the Lana. And drag in that Jigglypuff. And blow it back. And if I top deck another Lana, then I can do that again. But it's just important to get that one kill and make sure that the one kill is on that. Because now I just need the kill on the Bibarel. I don't have, like... There it is. Staring into the depths of my soul. If I hit this for... I need to basically set up a situation where I can back-to-back Dimensional Storm. Back-to-back Dimensional Storm will just overwhelm them. Bring you in. And attack with Araquanid. Take healing out of them. They don't place energy, which I think is a mistake. As now I have the magic number on Palkia. I have 6 energy, which allows me to set up a back-to-back Dimensional Storm, which is what we've been building for. There's Lana, and Lana can be very important in case they try to retreat with a Bibarel. So let's keep everything. I mean, the problem with keeping everything in hand is that if they were to Sabrina me, I automatically lose. So I cannot afford that. I have to play this Palkia. Put a giant cape just to lighten my load a little bit in case they try to like red card me or something. And we Dimensional Storm. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. That Palkia is very important in the back in case they try to Sabrina me. There's the Irida. There's the potion. The comforty song. What else? And that's all. That is all, folks. Checkmate. And we were going to be able to find the Araquanid anyways. Beautiful. Because we have the Pokemon communication, and now it's guaranteed to be Araquanid. So in case they tried to retreat, we could Lana the Pokemon back and shut them down. Not like a meta matchup, but honestly, like a very fun game because you gotta break that puzzle. It's like, okay, how do I power through this Bibarel? This is gonna be healing 1 billion every turn. Well, we hit them for 150 twice, and you know it's still they just needed like 40 more HP. Shish, you'll be our final boss, and it looks like our final boss is gonna be potentially like 99% of the time I run into darkness, it's Darkrai. I am shocked. I cannot believe it. Okay, we got the Dewpider. Let's go for the Pokeball first, as we have double Pokemon Professor's Research here. Maybe I should have not done this. I mean, we get the Manaphy, so good. Because now we enhance our chances of finding Leaf. We have 3 draws to find Leaf, so we can pivot right out. Let's play Manaphy into Dewpider. And pray for that Leaf top deck. We do run it as a full set. If not, we'll just smack them with a Slash and then pivot after. It's Darkrai Giratina. Like whenever I see this energy type, I'm just like, it's this deck. Our Araquanid hits really hard against these basics. And we got double Lana, but no Araquanid to like just kind of like slow them down here. Now we do have it. There's the Leaf as well. Okay, so we're gonna play the energy onto you, and we're gonna Slash. This is an important Slash. This will draw us either another Palkia or a Manaphy. And now what we need to do is we need to pivot out. We could Lana them. The problem with the Manaphy pivot is that it doesn't quite accomplish what we needed to accomplish. We need to build up the Araquanid this game. So let's put the energy here. Let's go for the Lana and drag in the Giratina. And we can Slash him for some damage. We're using Lana to just like shuffle their Pokemon around, basically. We have the other one to try to use as a finisher, but we're lining this up. Both of them are lined up to get one hit KO'd by the Araquanid. But I want to prioritize the Giratina. I want them to force to have Leaf here. Like, they have to have Leaf. Otherwise, they cannot, like, they lose the energy from the Giratina. And them losing the energy from the Giratina is really important here. But the chip damage on them is key. because that means they line up for Araquanid. We still have the Leaf, and they may have Rage Quit. Maybe that Lana really pissed them off and they Rage Quit. But I really like this strategy of like basically attacking the Darkrai and then weakening these two and setting up for Araquanid's sweep. Like the Lana forcing the Giratina to the front, if they don't have Leaf, is such a nuisance for them. Is such a nuisance for them because they lose. They just cannot attack with the Giratina this game if they retreat with it, but they're stuck. And I think it actually caused them to Rage Quit. I think this play actually, like, this is not a coincidence. This is a pure Rage Quit here. I'm gonna play as if nothing happened here because I'm gonna keep going. Bringing the Manaphy. And ramp on these two. This is the plan, right? Because if they're stuck there, then we'll get to do this. And now we enable the Araquanid, right? But I was ready for the Palkia to go down. I think they got really mad. I think that play made them really mad. And they were just like, they just turned off the phone, threw it into the river, and went to Reddit to cry about it.